Hi, Libra. Okay. Excuse me, my voice is cracking already. I know you don't want to have the conversation. I know you don't want to have the conversation. I know you don't want to have the conversation. When you have a lot of that Libra, and oh, damn. When you have a lot of that Libra energy, King of Swords? Okay. You want to have everything in balance, and then you start to see injustices, and then you just want to see justice, and you don't care how unbalanced things have to become, but then you become very uncomfortable within those balances. I feel like you coming out very prominently here. You could also be dealing with an Aquarius energy or even a Gemini. But I feel like you coming out, you're sort of taking that stand, but you know you need to have the conversation too. And that's where Libras can fall off sometimes. I'm a Libra rising, so and I have a prominent Pluto in Libra. So I'm very aware of that need for change and need for justice and need for balance. But how do we, oh God, you guys, the shade that you're giving me right now is so funny. Justice. I'm sorry. When I become uncomfortable in situations, I giggle a lot. And I know that there is a stand that needs to happen. And sometimes the discomfort of the conversation and the stand that needs to happen can make a Libra actually retreat and not go out and, stand for what they believe in and stand for their injustices, stand for the injustices of the world, right? Even though that's what we want more than anything. And then we have a water sign. So we have the King of Cups and the King of Swords, and they are flanking justice, peace, balance, acceptance, solidarity. I think that June is a month of clarity for you guys. I think that June and these eclipses are revealing things about you, and revealing things about the people in your life that you might not have wanted to see before. And allowing yourself to accept that not everybody's going to be on your level. Now, we have 3 kings out here. So it looks to me like there's sort of like a band of brothers coming together and highlighting and sort of creating that anchor, if you will. And it could be a band of sisters as well. Just because there are the kings out does not mean that it can't be women. We want that king energy with the sisters too. So we have the Sun, and we have the Hermit, and we have the King of Pentacles. So it looks to me like there's a Libra, a Leo, and a Virgo. I wanted to say they walk into a bar, but I don't think it's walking into a bar. That's how the joke starts. But I want somebody to try to finish that joke. A Libra, a Leo, and a Virgo walk into a bar. Finish that joke for me. That's a good one. It's like you guys are kind of having these aha moments where you see things very, very clearly and for what they actually are. And there's no longer a way for you to go backwards and unsee the things that you've seen. If anybody in this country went through the last week, in the United States went through the last week, and they can unsee the things that they have seen and unhear the things that they heard, and then not change who they are or how they've been, they're not paying attention. Those people are not the ones that will not change after this last couple of weeks. They are not paying attention. And we've been talking about shifting into the new world, shifting into the new earth for a couple years now. Readers, healers, teachers, spiritual guides. We've been talking about this for astrologers for a couple of years and trying to prepare everybody moving forward. And now we're here, right? And you're recognizing the shift that's occurring. There are some people that you are just not bringing with you. And it's very clear. And then it's also very clear who you are bringing with you and who's going to stand with you and who's going to fall off. Now, if there is a water sign, an earth sign, or an air sign that has clearly detached from you, let them detach, Libra. Don't hold on to the situation any longer than you absolutely have to, because you are going to be extremely uncomfortable as we go into this new journey and this new dimension. Let's be clear that there is a revolution happening, right? And we want to be prepared to stand up for what's right. And, you know, the sides of the fence are clearly drawn. And, you know, what a Libra can stand behind and get behind without me actually getting into like I'm not going to talk about my views or politics or anything like that, because that's not what this reading is about. But no matter what side you stand on, you're going to have to defend that side. Like there's no way for you to be for you to be wishy-washy about the position that you're standing on. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, that's why you got to have your people backing you up. You got to have the right people there for you, and that's becoming very clear for you in June with these eclipses and all the things. Okay, so we have super heavy water energy, and I think that might be one of the things that you could be struggling with this month is, you know, maybe the emotional versus the discerning sides of you, of who you inherently are, and allowing yourself to really, really trust your intuition, Libra. It is there. And when you allow yourself to trust your intuition with a discerning mind, you won't have to regret. I do feel like you feel there's a sense of loss in all of this. What's really interesting is I actually said this to somebody yesterday, and we were having a discussion about how this change needs to happen. This revolution needs to happen. The things that are happening right now have been a very long time coming. But that Five of Cups really, really comes out when, like, you know, I mean, I'm almost a 41-year-old woman, and I can remember back in the days when I was younger and we could play outside until the lights came on in the summer, and usually, you know, the street lights came on in the summer, and usually that was like 9 o'clock, and I miss those. Like, I'm gonna miss that. I miss that already, but this kind of amplifies that. And with the Five of Cups on justice, the balancing act and the peace and the justice will come with grief and disappointment and sadness and having to say goodbye and having to release those things that you're having to let go of. And because when you've been ingrained for so long to think one certain way, you have to, and you realize, oh, damn, that's not the right way of thinking. I can't think that way anymore. I have to go into a whole new life and mindset. Grieving an old life, grieving your past life, you know, this is an awakening for everybody. It's normal. And I don't want you to fault yourself. And I don't want you to stay in it, obviously. Like, let's not dwell on the things that we're leaving behind. But at the same time, be gentle. There's my Libra rising come out. Where's the balance? Let's find the balance. And it's a very unbalancing time right now. So allowing yourself to find the balance within the grief and the excitement for the revolution is huge. Allowing yourself to exist within both sides of that coin in June this month. And it's possible. It's possible. These eclipses are giving you the opportunity to release dead weight, you know. Mercury retrograde is going to give you an excellent chance to create a new direction. Not act on it, but creating it. There is a water energy that I feel like you're sort of waiting to show up for you, or the Three of Wands. It's like you want more with this person. You either want more from the person or you want more with this person. And I think that you'll start to recognize whether there's somebody that can hold that capacity for you and with you. It everything is so clear and yet so foggy at the same time. And I know that sounds really strange the way that I just said that, but the sun is like starting to burn out the fog. You know what I mean? The path is starting to be shown on what direction you're supposed to go in. So, and there's probably a resistance to try and manifest things right now. I wouldn't recommend manifesting new things in your life if you're kind of on the fence about it. A lot of karmic stuff can be brought into your life during eclipse and retrograde season. If you see the karma of the United States that's happening right now, there's, like, I don't know if you want to manifest during this really karmic time. That doesn't mean that you don't stop moving forward and you don't stop going forward on your journey. Just don't, if you're on the fence about something, don't try and manifest it into your life more. Am I making any sense? This week, you guys, was a lot. It was so much. All right, so let's see what the sun. Yeah, see, and this is what I'm saying. Like, there's something that you want really, really, really badly, or someone. And it's clear that you want it. But everything else is so foggy, you can't see it. That's what I was trying to say. It's clear, but this is where you have to have faith in the universe and allow yourself to say, it's going to come in time. If this particular situation, if this particular person, if this particular thing, if this particular change, job, whatever it is that's supposed to happen, allowing yourself to take a step back and see it and not rush in. And I think that's the clarity, is that you don't want to rush into this thing, but at the same time, you want to rush into this thing because you want it so desperately bad. There could also be a really aggressive Leo energy around you as well. If this Leo energy is the one that, wants to foresee the future and like rush into the future, rushing into anything when the emotions are so heightened is not I can't give you that kind of advice. Like, I would not be a good teacher if I told you to forward ho, particularly you guys, because we can often make mistakes when we are doing something out of the emotional push instead of the logical push. We can really, really make mistakes. So we have Gemini and Virgo here. We have the Lovers and the Hermit. There's a lot of questions that come up, a lot of like two sides of the coin. You could be, again, dealing with a Gemini, but there's a lot of people here. And I feel like there's almost this, like, you are allowing yourself to integrate, you're becoming a hermit type energy where you're allowing yourself to integrate both sides of the coin, right? Both the masculine and the feminine in their greatest forms, in their most glorious forms, the logic and the intuition, and being very, very discerning. How strange is it to feel balanced in a world that is so unbalanced? You know what I mean? It's like Libras have been, it's like we've been, what's the word I'm trying to think of? We have been training. We've been training for this our whole lives, right? And getting that reciprocity within yourself, but that's why you want to like push forward. And I feel like after the eclipse, we're still going to be, after the new moon in Cancer eclipse on the 21st, we're still going to be in Mercury retrograde. And I wouldn't necessarily say start a new project during Mercury retrograde and get going. But what I will say is definitely start moving forward on some plans and actions that you started to create before Mercury retrograde. If it's already in the works, it is not a bad thing to start it. If it's already in the works, it's not a bad thing to start it. Damn, you guys. What an excellent reading. The shift is happening. Now, if you are in a relationship or you have the feels for a Virgo, for a Leo, for a Gemini, or even a Sagittarius, man, there's a lot of people here. If you have the feels for any of them, there's some kind of energy shift that's happening around the earth sign for sure, the Virgo, the earth sign. The Wheel of Fortune on the King of Pentacles, it feels like a brand new day. It feels like there's this new stability that's coming, this new stability that's happening. There's also a shift in perspective. And if you met somebody before if you met somebody in May, or you're meeting somebody new in June, there's this overwhelming want and need to manifest this relationship. And maybe it's been something that where it wasn't a new person, but you're sort of seeing them in a new light, or you're seeing them in a new way. And again, it could be a Virgo, a Gemini, a Leo. I feel like it's a positive relationship, and it doesn't even have to be romantic. Like maybe it is because of the Lovers that's here, but it doesn't even have to be romantic. I feel like there's some kind of manifestation that can't necessarily get off the ground, and I feel like it's with either a particular person or a particular situation. And the clarity comes later on in the month. But you need to be sure of what you're manifesting, because right now, because the things aren't necessarily very clear, we have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Having the Magician with the Knight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles makes me feel like you are not sure yet what it is that you absolutely want to manifest. Now, again, if there's a Sagittarius, Virgo, or Gemini energy that's being really wishy-washy and leaving you out, you have to cut that shit out. The best way for you to be successful this month is to let the people fall off when they hurt you, Libra. When people show their true colors, the Tower and the Three of Swords, you need to walk off into the sunset like, I don't need that. That is not something that is part of my existence. And it could be a Sagittarius energy that has always sort of like kept you on the back burner, never really made you feel like you were somebody. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be in family, this could be friendship, whatever. The heartbreak is going to be real. The injustices are going to be real. There's a lot of things that are happening right now that will break your heart. But there's this resolve that Libra has. There's this, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, whereas other people cannot. So allowing yourself to do a lot of planning this month, allowing yourself to let the energy of the universe shift people in and out of your life as needed. I feel like the earth sign is going to be really good for you. It's almost going to keep you grounded within the chaos. You see? So, man, getting rid of the dead weight and allowing yourself to actually like put that dead weight in the water, like throw it out in the ocean for, that was here, like the mob mentality. Okay. Anyways, we are not the mob, but we could be. Could they actually find the body? I don't know. Let's not go there. All right. I love you guys. Such a great reading. And releasing the dead weight is the key to your ultimate abundance and happiness at this point. Release the dead weight, Libra, because we have a lot of stuff to do. Got a lot of stuff to do. I love you guys. If you would like to get a personal reading, I have a few spots available left in June for personal readings. I also have some astrology chart spots where you get a report and a video for your astrology, or your natal chart. The most inexpensive way to get lots and lots more content is to be a part of the Fearless family, the memberships. All of the information is in the description box. You can join here. You can join on Patreon. Love readings come out mid-month, and so they're going to start rolling out probably next weekend. But we are in contact every day. We do a Discord chat. I'm teaching astrology, and we're going to start working on tarot when things calm down eventually. Anyways, we would love to have you. No pressure. We would just love to have you around. Love you guys. Have a good June. Bye.